All right, everyone. Good to see you guys. Just about 10 minutes left in Columbus. Buckeyes with a butt kicking of Michigan right now, 48-25. But the Wolverines are driving. They just had a call turned back on Donovan Peoples-Jones. He caught the ball around the 10-yard line on a diving catch, but trapped the ball against the ground. So Michigan's got it on a long 3rd and 10. Shane Patterson back to pass, just completed for the first down. So Michigan just does convert the first down with about 10 minutes left to play again. Buckeyes in control. It appears, although Michigan, if they score right here, then you're looking at 48-32. You're looking at a 2-score game with about 10 minutes left. So the game's still in doubt, but Ohio State is playing extremely well, as we talked about all week. Maybe a different Ohio State team would show up today. Doing a quick hit here because I know that I told everyone that we would do a live instant analysis with the live chat room and the live stream around 3:15, but this game going awfully long. This is not your typical Ohio State-Michigan game that's in the 20s. A lot of offense today, especially from the Buckeyes. A ton of scoring, which stops the clock. All the passing stops the clock, and this is an extremely long game. I don't want to keep you guys from Alabama and Auburn and all the other 3:30 games. Of course, let's see, we've got Florida possibly headed to a New Year's Six game with a big win right now, 41-14 leading Florida State. Georgia annihilated Georgia Tech. I did not see a actual final, but they were up by about 5 touchdowns in that game. It was something around 49-14, something in that range. Georgia Tech. Indiana, Purdue. Purdue led this one at 28-14 as of late. And a number of other games that we're tracking right now. And obviously, man, here's the board right here. As a Michigan player is hurt, so they've just gone to break. And again, I apologize for the informal nature of the live stream here real quick, because I'm just doing this real quick as we watch the end of the game. But this is what I'm looking at doing. Well, so Ohio State, Michigan recap coming up later. Virginia Tech, Nebraska, Iowa. I did game notes and watched those games start to finish, so I don't want to waste my game notes. So I'm going to do some, if I get to all of this, Virginia Tech, Nebraska, Iowa, Washington State, recaps on all those games. And then anybody who lost today and this weekend who will not get to a bowl game, meaning Florida State, Kansas, Nebraska, the Indiana-Purdue loser, those teams are not getting to bowl games, and I think it's not too early to look at the personnel for 2019 and what's coming up for those teams in 2019. Maryland, if they lose to Penn State at 3:30, they will not go to a bowl game. Miami and USC recaps, of course, the Trojans game against Notre Dame. I wrote that down because of my USC channel. Of course, it's a much more important game for Notre Dame right now. All right, again, just a ton of games to go through. This is my favorite day of college football and football, period. Championship day to get to the conference championships, and, of course, the rivalries are awesome. So, again, we will get to as much as we possibly can. We'll have instant analysis. I appreciate you guys jumping on board. I will check the chat real quick while we're in break on Fox. See what you guys have. Hope you guys are enjoying football today. Everybody aside from Michigan fans, I guess. We've got some Florida State fans that follow us, but I think you've given up on your season a long time ago. Georgia Tech. I don't know if we've got any Georgia Tech fans that watch me on a regular basis. Who else is taking a hit at noon? Indiana, Purdue, Hoosiers look like they're going to lose that game. So I've been asked, Navy Thomas 8 in particular asked me today where the Buckeyes would rise. And I just have to think, okay, they've got to leap past UCF. And, of course, Washington State lost last night, and LSU. And, of course, Michigan. So there's 4 spots. So that takes them to 6. I think they have a more impressive resume than Oklahoma. Michigan has just scored a touchdown. So, again, this game is not over, or maybe it's down to the 1-yard line. So if Michigan scores here, There's just under 10 minutes left to play, and it's a 2-score game. So let's not salt this one away for the Buckeyes quite yet. Not quite yet. This is a scoring fest. And Ohio State has been the much better team today. They are, even though Michigan's going to score a lot of points in this game, if you've watched the game, you've seen that the Ohio State's defense has been just considerably better than it's been all season. They've stopped the run. Shea Patterson started to get it going in the passing game here in the fourth quarter. But that's about it. So my projection for the Buckeyes would be that they go to number 6 because they're going to pass UCF. They're going to pass Michigan. They're going to pass LSU. They're going to pass Washington State. So that's from 10, 4 spots to 6. I would put them past Oklahoma. I think they've got a better resume. Of course, they've got the awful loss by 29 to Purdue, while Oklahoma's got a understandable good loss, if there is such a thing, a good loss to Texas on the final play of the game. But the wins for Ohio State are better. And if this continues to be a butt kicking and they win this game by 20 points or so, I would raise them to 5. Sorry, Mark, but Michigan lost the game. Ohio State didn't win it. Well, whatever that means. You've got to be kidding me. Did you watch the game? Ohio State's played a great game. They just defensively have played great. They've just played a great game. If anything, Ohio State's thrown away the game with like 150 yards of penalty yards. Ohio State could be winning this game by 40 points, if you really think about it. The pass interference calls have been monumental in Michigan's scoring. Ohio State fumbled a kickoff, muffed a kickoff that basically was a gift of a touchdown for Michigan. They had the ball at the 2-yard line twice in the first half. One of those times, I've got a buddy who sent me a screenshot of the Michigan defense. They had 12 players on the field. The refs missed it. Ohio State would have gotten a 1st and goal situation out of that. So 2 of the field goals should have been touchdowns for Ohio State. They fumbled the kickoff. It was a gift for Michigan, and Ohio State deserves to give up those points. They fumbled the kickoff. But in terms of Michigan earning those points, they didn't. You know, this game could be in the high 50s. It could be this game, let's see, the 8 points they left on the field. This game could be like 56-27 right now. So it's still a game. Michigan's only down 2, but, you know, if you're going to go the whole somebody lost the game, the other team didn't win the game, we could freaking go through every game on the map the entire football season and point out games in athletic competition are typically more lost than they are won. I think we all understand that if we've watched any football. So anyway, Urban's suspension really slowed down the development of Ohio State. That could be. Looks like my phone's going to lose battery. I've been on the line with so many people this afternoon. All right. Appreciate you guys writing in. Who do you think would get in, Ohio State or Oklahoma, if they both went out? Well, I think Oklahoma's in position. The committee's put them in position, and I would feel for either fan base in that situation being left out, because the system sucks and it's a bad system, and you know, you just have to rate wins and losses, and Oklahoma has the better loss, and they have the chance to avenge that loss. So I would give Oklahoma the nod, plus they're 4 spots ahead. So you would think Oklahoma would have a pretty huge advantage over Ohio State. Buckeyes need to win this game, and I'm going to lock in here in just a second. Of course, we've got Alabama-Auburn starting in just a few minutes, but I wanted to highlight, see, I'm working hard for you boys. And ladies, of course, you're 3% of the Mark Rogers TV population. So I appreciate you guys jumping on the line. Just wanted to say hi. This game going way too long into the 3:30 games. I wanted to jump on and do some instant analysis after the game. I was anticipating like a 3:15 or 3:20 live hit to get us to the 3:40 kickoffs, but that's not happening. So we'll be back after the 3:30 games leading into the primetime games, and we'll wrap it all up. So appreciate you guys jumping on board. We will see you soon. Buckeyes lead by 2 scores, but it's not over with about 9 minutes left. Again, Florida over Florida State, Georgia over Georgia Tech. Looks like Purdue's putting away Indiana. Syracuse over Boston College, big. which is going to play into the ACC bowl seeding. And Syracuse could possibly get a second seed as a 9-3 team and probably go to the Camping World Bowl. All right, you Miami fans, of course, you're taking on Pitt, and that game's at 3:30, starting here in a few minutes. All right, we'll see you soon. We'll have a wrap-up on the Buckeyes and the Wolverines. And again, 48-32, we've got a game with 9.5 minutes left. Definitely a game. We will see you guys soon.